Hi everyone, welcome to Math Spellbook. I'm your host Peter, and basically we are going to get into some proofs for like a good long time actually. Basically I want to get into some proof writing finally. Like I felt like maybe I should like just jump into proof writing, try to do it for at least a month or so. Like probably like because like the summer starts in June, so basically we'll probably do proofs like this whole month. Hey Fizzbuzz, how's it going? I've been seeing you also been doing some awesome stuff on your stream, so if you guys are not familiar with Fizzbuzz, they are an awesome streamer, math/physics streamer. Mainly I think like Fizzbuzz like does a lot of programming too, so if you're into computer science or whatnot, or just want to like apply some of the physics and math knowledge you have to computers or programming, you could probably check out Fizzbuzz's streams. Playing software and game development, yep. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, you can check out Fizzbuzz's stuff. But what's the best part of your day so far, Fizzbuzz? So I thought that like while I was looking for books for like us to use, and I happened to find this in my file. I forgot that I had this. So it's basically a paper written by Eugenia Chang, which is How to Write Proofs, a quick guide. And I forgot I had this. So I felt like I should probably just read it because, you know, I am new to proofwriting, and probably many of you are probably you guys either have experience or you guys are like starting out math proofs, or you guys probably haven't seen math proofs. So I thought like why not just like bring this up, like actually read this little paper that Eugenia Chang basically made. So let's see, what do we got here? Proof is like a poem. We should just turn on the study timer right here. There we go. Proof is like a poem or a painting or a building or a bridge or a novel or a symphony. Help, I don't know how to write a proof. Well, did anyone ever tell you what a proof is and how to go about writing one? Maybe not. In which case, it's no wonder you're perplexed. Writing a good proof is not supposed to be something that we can just sit down and do. It's like writing a poem in a foreign language. And that language being Greek. if they're using Greek letters. First you have to learn the language, and then you have to know well enough to write poetry in it, not just say which way is it to the train station, please. Even when you know how to do it, writing a proof takes planning, effort, and inspiration. Great artists do make sketches before starting a painting for real. Great architects make plans before building a building. Great engineers make plans before building the bridge. Great authors plan their novels before writing them. Great musicians plan their symphonies before composing them. And yes, great mathematicians plan their proofs in advance as well. Okay. So there's like about 17 pages here. Okay. What does a proof look like? A proof is a series of statements, each of which follows logically from what has gone before. It starts with things we are assuming to be true. It ends with things we are trying to prove. So, like a good story, a proof has a beginning, a middle, and end. The beginning. Things we are assuming to be true, including the definitions of things that we're talking about. Middle statements, each following logically from the stuff before it. The thing that we're trying to prove. Okay. The point is that we're given the beginning and the end. Somehow we have to fill in the middle, but we can't just fill it in randomly. We have to fill it in a way that gets us to the end. No problem, FizzBuzz. You're I guess we'll say an educational streamer as well. You basically help enlighten us with your knowledge, whether it be through your programming skills, whether it be through your math skills, or whether it be your physics skills, or a combination of all three. So I had to give you a shout out, of course. So where was I? Oh yeah. It's like putting in stepping stones to cross a river. If you put them too far apart, we're in danger of falling in. When you're trying to cross, it might be okay, but it might not, and it's probably better to be safe than sorry. Right. Why is writing a proof hard? One of the difficult things about writing a proof is that the order in which we write it is often not the order in which we thought it up. In fact, we often think up the proof backwards. Imagine you want to catch a movie at the music box. How are you going to get there? You see that the brown line will take you there from the loop. You know that you can get the number 6 bus on the loop. And you know that you can walk to the number 6 bus stop from campus. But when you actually make the journey, you start by walking to the number 6, and you end by getting the brown line. And if someone asks you for directions, it will not be very helpful if you explain it to them backwards. Huh. Okay. Or to put it another way, to build a bridge across a river, you might as well start at both ends and work our way towards the middle. We might even put some preliminary support at various points in the middle and fill in the gaps afterwards. But when we actually go across the bridge, we start at one end and finish at the other. One of the easiest mistakes to make in a proof is to write it down in the order you thought of it. This may contain all the right steps, but if they're in the wrong order, it's no use. It's like taking a piece of music and playing all the notes in different order, or writing a word with all the letters in the wrong order. Okay. Yeah, usually, like, sometimes I would do it that way, like, I would write it down as soon as I think about it, but then I would realize, I would think that there's a flaw in my logic, like, during the middle when I'm writing it. So I really think that this was a really good way to actually clarify what I've been going through, actually. I would think about like a definition or something, and then I would write it down, but then I realized that there's some gap there, and I'm like, oh wait, maybe I have to clarify this part or this part first. This means that for all but the simplest proofs, you probably need to plan it out in advance and actually write it down, like building a long bridge or a large building. It needs some planning, even though building a small bridge or a tiny hut might not. Okay. What sort of things do we try? Oh, hello, Diana. What's the best part of your day so far, Diana? And I see it's your first time in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So where was I? Oh, hello. We have another person here. Scraff? Is that how you pronounce your name? What's the best part of your day so far? It's going all right. Starving for some math. Cool. I'm doing all right. So Scraff, right? Okay, so I will call you Scraff. And if any of you guys are new to the stream, hello, I'm Peter, aka Math Spellbook. If you like math or physics, be sure to drop me a follow. Oh, thank you for the follow, Scraff. Really appreciate it. I sometimes feel like when new people come in, I should say it. So far we're actually going to try to do proofs because I've been trying to get into proofs. I haven't been diligent about it, and I feel like maybe I should do a month of proof writing, or at least attempt to learn proof writing. Hey Famish, how's it going? What's the best part of everyone's day so far, since you're all coming in? You have no best part of your day? Oh, well, you're awake, you're actually here with us, so I think that's one part of it, Diana. Don't you play any games on stream? Not currently, no. This is my math stream. Not much, just doing some polynomials. Cool. Okay. What sort of things do we try to prove? Here is a classification of some sort of things we prove. This is a list, is not exhaustive, but okay. X is equal to Y, X implies Y. X and Y apply to each other. But I need before... Oh, did you type something? Famish? Who needs games when you got maths? Oh, and since you say maths, Scraff, are you like from another part of the world? If you don't want to share, then that's fine. Because usually I think like when I hear maths, I think of either the UK or I don't think Australia says it. I think the UK. I know the UK does. Actually, I think that's much better than saying mathematics. It's less words of letters to use. But I need a break before digging deeper into a textbook intermediate algebra. Ah, I see. My online does in a way they have to read through the concept first and then, right. From Eastern Europe, okay. Yeah, I think maths is much easier to say than mathematics. I mean, mathematics sounds fancier, but at the same time, it's like maths, I think it makes more sense. Because there's more branches in math. Such as, like, you know, topology and number theory and combinatorics and all that stuff. But I do maths as a hobby. I don't really... I'm not a graduate student or anything. I just like doing this as a hobby. Yeah, a lot of people love number theory, actually. Yeah, I'm not a grad student or anything. I just love doing math because I love physics as well, so I want to understand math so I can understand physics, or at least theoretical physics. Okay. Oh, here we go. The general. What are these? Oh, there exists an X where such that P of X. Okay. Suppose it. Okay. Yeah, we're familiar with this type of structure. The general shape of a proof. Let's now have a look at a general shape of a proof. Before taking a closer look at what might look like for each of the cases above, we always remember that there is a beginning, middle, and end. For example, using a field of axioms to prove that A multiplied by B minus C equals okay, so it's like distribution. For any real numbers, right? And so beginning axiom fields, making the structure. Yeah, usually with this part in the middle, I know that some mathematicians say that there's scratch work and there's like actual stuff you put in the proof. I still don't know I still don't know the differentiation between the scratch work and the actual proof writing, because usually I would think that everything like in the scratch work is involved with the proof, but I think not always, because I think they don't put it in because it doesn't make the proof look nice. Math as a hobby is great. Yeah, like actually I was watching like a financial podcast, like a personal finance podcast, and one thing that one of the hosts said, which I think he was a guest, but what he said is that the rich don't work for money, the rich work to learn. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting. But at the same time, like many, like I think like grad students that are just struggling to pay their tuition or pay their bills, it's like I'm learning, but I'm not getting a lot of money. What am I doing wrong? But that's probably a discussion for another time. Let's see. Okay, let f and g be a function. Oh, does she go through like... Oh, okay, she only goes through like some examples. I was like, is she going through proof techniques for certain things? I'm like, that's probably a good idea to look at. Because it says function of a function, a to... I'm guessing these are different spaces. Show that f and g are interjective, then g and f is interjective. Okay, the definition of interjective, the definition is... Because I think, because bijective is when it's both injective and, what's the other one? Because I know there's three of them. There's bijective, there's injective. What's the other one? I was gonna say subjective, but I know that's not one. Let's look in the proof book. This is direct proofs. Is it in the function section? Relations. Symmetric. Let's see the index. Biconditional statement, bijective, page 270. 270. Cardinality of sets. Here we go. A surjective, okay. Bijective. So let's see where they put injective. So maybe we'll find the definition of surjective. I know one is called one-to-one and one is called onto. I just have to like understand exactly what they mean, because like this is gonna involve like proofs with functions, and I really want to understand it before I get into it. Where is it? Induction, injection. Oh, it's also in 170. Let me see. Maybe I have to look into let's see, another book. Let's see, elementary analysis. Let's see, elementary analysis. Let's take a look. I'm trying to... Oh, is this the right one? Or maybe, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong book. Analysis. Understanding real analysis. Maybe it's this one. Let's see, do they have an index? Yes, they do. Let's just zoom in a little bit here. Maybe this is how real research is. You're just constantly looking at book by book by book. It's not this one. There must be a book I'm thinking of, but I'm just not remembering the title of it. I have too many books. Like, luckily it's all on my computer. No, this is not the one I'm thinking of. Oh well, I can't be perturbed by that now. Let's see. Incorrect logic. Practicalities. Okay. Does this also cover modular arithmetic? Because the book that I was using originally, it's the proof book by J. Cummings. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a digital version of that one. So I'm going to have to, like, look over it. Because I did learn some things about modular arithmetic. I was hoping that my book of proof book would have some stuff in there. But I don't think it's covered that much. No. I know they cover... Is that in counting? It might be in counting. Because principles, modular arithmetic, adding and subtracting principles. I'm surprised they actually put a section on counting in here. I guess they felt like it's probably good to cover in the beginning if you want to do it, because I think this chapter is optional, unless you want to get into number theory. The panels you are using is in your channel. Is it designed by you? No, a friend of mine designed them. Why is it that you asked, Diana? Binomial. I could have sworn I saw something here with modular arithmetic. I think it's when it gets to the division part. I think you start, like, people can't start finding things until it actually gets into, like... Oh, no thanks, Dan. I don't really need an artist. But thank you for the offer, though. I guess it doesn't want to go into it. Okay. Well, I mean, modular arithmetic is in direct proof writing, so maybe we'll find stuff in here. Because I think we have to find the thing that is like divisor, and I think we'll probably encounter it. Proof by contrapositive. Yeah, I have the proof book with me, by Jay Cummings, and I think there was a it's not a problem, but it's something that the author suggests before you move on to the next part of the section. So I think we should write some definitions first before we start that. Okay, we're modular arithmetic. Okay. Definition. For integers A, R, and M. Oops. Say that A, just underline this as a definition. To R, modulo M. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we didn't overstep with that one. I don't know if we're gonna need the division algorithm or the Bestu's identity. I don't know if we're gonna need that. I don't know if I even pronounced that right. We'll just stick with modular arithmetic and... Okay, so we have a proposition. Oops, not position. Proposition. Properties. arithmetic. Assume that A, B, C, D, and M are integers. A is equal to B and C is D mod M, and then A plus C Okay. Alright, so now in the book, they kind of like make it a little small little exercise for you to actually try to prove these. So I think we have to prove number one, or at least like the first one. Our integers. Okay. Now we have to find a way to get this. This is where our thinking caps come in, to basically think about how can we organize this. So A plus C is equal to B mod M plus D the thing is that I don't know if like the B plus D part is supposed to be in parentheses, or is that basically it's like B plus D mod M. I get a feeling it might be what I just said. B plus D mod M. Like, you know, like the mod M is basically like after the D, not for the whole thing, which is B plus D. The thing is that how do we go about to prove that though? Because I'm pretty sure once we figured out how to do the first one, we probably will get the other ones. Because they seem like they follow through with each other. We'll move this over here, so that way we can see everything. we think of modular arithmetic, I'm trying to think of like concrete examples of it. Because I think this part is supposed to be what's left over, and when you do the modular part, like the m is supposed to be how much you'd be dividing from each of the number that's on the equal sign here. So for example, if it was I think if you had like equal 12 mod, if you had mod 5, then if you basically minus 5 each time, so multiply by 2, you get, so you're getting 2 left. So basically, like the way it's structured, or at least from what I've read in the book, is that the m is sort of representative of how much you take away each time to basically reduce this, and the one in front is usually what is remained, like what is the number that's left. So maybe we're supposed to use that, because I think now we actually have to think about it. So, well, let's first, we could probably write the end a little bit, because I don't think the proof is going to be super long. So we can write, therefore, we'll just leave this big portion here for the proof. Therefore, a plus c is equivalent to b plus d mod m. So now we just got to fill in this middle part here. So according to, I think, like what I read before, m is minus, and m is also so basically m is a divisor for both of them. Let's see. I don't want to think too much. I mean, like, I don't want to like fixate on it too much, because I remember what Sasha told me, that like Sasha is like another one of my followers. He comes on chat from time to time. He told me that I fixate too much on the like stuff outside of what the question is asking. So I don't want to assume too much, because usually when I think of proofs, I try to solve them in different ways than I would solve like a computational problem. I would basically try to solve it by basically trying to pull different definitions that's related to that said thing. But the thing is, I am not quite sure how we can go about this. Because I know we have to make it so that a plus c is equal to b plus mod m. Hey Zach, how's it going? Happy Monday to you too as well, my friend. What's the best part of your day? I will give you a quick shout out. If you guys are not familiar with Zach, he's also a math streamer on his way to becoming a professional mathematician, if he doesn't mind me saying so. So, be sure to check out his content. He covers things from like analysis to like linear algebra, series I think is like one of his big things he would cover on the channel, so be sure to check out his stuff. My degree will likely be posted today. Oh, nice. I'm guessing you already did the presentation. Wait, did you do the presentation yet for your PhD thesis? I'm guessing you already did it. Big congratulations, though. I mean, you're like really far in like a career that I think a lot of us would like to see ourselves in. I did that a while ago. I finally got the paperwork done. Nice. Yeah. Right now, like, I'm gonna try to do a month of proofwriting. So whenever I'm on stream or whenever I'm on like on my downtime and I feel like I have to do math, I probably am gonna just dive into proofwriting. Now, like, right now I'm trying to do like proofs on modular arithmetic. So now I gotta think about how I can do this proof. But I'm glad that you got your paperwork done. I feel like I'm like the employee that's like the janitor, and I'm just hearing that you got the promotion to CEO. I'm like, yo, congratulations. And I'm just pushing the broom out, like, you know, emptying your waste basket. It's like, I will clear your waste basket for your new office, sir. Proof number 1. Proof that Collat's conjecture has no solution. What's that? Ooh. I think it's time to Google. I don't believe I have. What is that? Collat's conjecture is known as the 3n+1 problem. It's a mathematical conjecture stating that for any positive integer, repeatedly apply the rule: if the number is even, divide by 2. And oh, I think I've heard of this before. I just never seen it done. It's really hard, actually. I was being facetious. No, I just wanted to know what it was. I don't think I'd be ready to tackle something like that. I'm like, right now, I think modular arithmetic is like kind of like biting me a bit. I mean, I just wrote this question down because according to Jay Cummings in the book that I'm using, unfortunately I don't have a digital copy of it, because he says it in like after he presents a box with all the rules of modular arithmetic. Yeah, it says like scratch work, quick reminder, I recommend not being a passive learner, but an active one. Try to prove or in this case, the first case, on your own and move on. I know it would be much easier to read on. It's like exercising. The fact that it's strenuous is how you know it's working. Challenge yourself. Be a mathlete, not a matha-chicken. Mathema-chicken. That's funny. So, I thought I would actually try it. Of course, since it's proofwriting, I'm probably going to be taking a long time on each single question, unless I know how to construct it. So we actually have to prove that this is true. That's an A, by the way. Practice writing proofs is a good idea. Yeah, especially since Sascha is willing to teach me like analysis over the summer. I feel like I actually have to like put in the work to actually like learn basic proof techniques. But even though if I learn like the proof techniques, I'll be like, I'll probably be still struggling with like learning the real analysis. Plus linear algebra. He also wants to teach me linear algebra, so I'm thinking like he's gonna mix them together. But of course, like, you know, like whenever he has time to do it. So assume that A and B and C, D, and M are integers. A is equivalent to B mod M, and C is equivalent to D mod M. So I just wrote this part. I don't even know if we need this, but I wrote it just in case. By itself, it's a hard skill to learn, writing proofs. I find it more helpful to learn it in context of something. Geometry and analysis. Right, I see. Yeah, because like according to Sasha, he recommended that that I learn real analysis. And Sasha, for all those that don't know, I think his Twitch name is called the Calicone. And I always call him by his Discord name because it was much easier for me to pronounce. Like whenever I try to pronounce his name on Twitch, like I would read it differently, and I'm like, why am I not able to pronounce it whenever I'm reading it? So I just call him Sasha, like in the chat, whenever he's in chat. But yeah, he said that it's easier to learn linear algebra proofs from real analysis. So but that's according to him though. Usually when I think of proofs, I usually think of them like either like with a geometric example or with a definition. Like whenever I get the definitions and I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to manipulate it in this way using the definition here. Because A plus C, that would equate to plus D. Now the one thing I'm not sure about is this mod M multiplied by just D, or is it multiplied by D plus B plus D? Because I don't see any parentheses, but I don't know if the parentheses are needed in this case. But I'm pretty sure it's just being multiplied by D in this case. Because otherwise they would put parentheses to make it obvious. The question is, am I thinking of this in the correct way? Because usually the way I'm thinking about it is that I would be thinking like this. Because that's what the algebra part of my brain wants to do. But I don't think that's the approach we need to do it. And it's a little bit of break time. I know I did mostly a lot of reading during that time, guys, but always take a breather whenever you need it. This is another book I've been like meaning to look at. Let's see. Mathematical parts of the guess in chapter part 1 they go through all the proof techniques here. Actually, like, chat, which what type of maths are you guys like studying right now? Like, or like, I guess like focusing on at the current moment, or current time, I should say. Actually, like, while on break, I've been like playing like this little game called Town Star. I think it's pretty fun. Let's sell some corn. Yeah, the whole point of this game is just to build a little town. I think it's fun. Oh, we have a lot of like metals we can sell. Although it's a lot of timing. Like, I mean, it's a lot of time involved in these games. I kind of wish I had another truck though, because we have so many things ready. Okay. Let's sell some gold. Hello, Nico. Cardiff? I don't know how to pronounce the last part. Is it okay if I call you Nico? What's the best part of your day so far, Nico? Yeah, it's basically break time for our little study session, so I thought, why not just play a little game while we're on break and also talk to you guys at the same time. Sell some silver. Yeah, like right now we're like taking a little break. And then I gotta get back to proofwriting. Nothing but sick all day. Aw, tears, tears. Sorry that you're sick. But how did you find my channel? Are you interested in math at all? Do you just needed a productive stream to keep yourself active? Sell some copper. Probably can sell some of the wood we've been gathering because we're not building any buildings. I'll found it through Don Does Math. Yeah, Don is an awesome math streamer as well. Actually, like, since you mentioned him, I'll give him a shout out even though he's not here. I'll also give him a shout out even when he's not here. Don Does Math, another awesome math streamer. Let's sell the rest of the corn before the barn fills up. You study physics and so like math. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to actually get back into physics actually, because like the reason why I'm studying math is because of physics. Like, are you an undergrad, Nico, or are you like basically just doing math and physics for fun, or is it related to your job or anything? Like, are you a grad student or whatnot? Undergrad? Okay. So I'm guessing you're studying physics, like, as a major? I think we can also sell some wood here. So, we'll sell some wood. This game can be addicting, so I'm keeping an eye on the clock to make sure that I don't end up like wasting too much time. Yeah, all these little people are like basically manning everything. They're basically like managing the whole entire village. So we have our little miner here. Oh cool, we got 2 corn at the same time. Vibes. The thing is that like if you have this game on like running, it like takes a while, but then when you just click off, basically everything still works. And then basically you have a lot of stuff you have to empty out once you get back in. But I think it would be, I think like I just put this up so it's better than just me just like talking endlessly a lot. It gives me like another thing to focus on along with you guys. And also if you guys like math, physics, or just need a productive stream to keep yourself productive, whether it be art or just studying, you know, drop me a follow if you can. Really helps out the channel. I mean, like, for people that, for mathematicians that work all the way up, for them to actually get to the point where they can get paid as a mathematician, like, I think that's like a lot of like people that love math and physics like stream. Or even if you're like doing physics PhD and you're just working your way to do like whether it be experimental or theoretical physics, like, you know, like you've achieved basically the dream. But the I mean, like, I guess like the person that wants to work in research. But at the same time, like I think the bureaucracy of academia is also something that I think a lot of academics are sometimes not prepared for when they start in academia. Because then you have to find a way to get funding, and you have to find a way to actually like tell people this is important research, even though it might not mean that much to people that don't have much foresight. So, you know, too much MNM GC. What is that? I don't know if that like stands for something. You don't have TV or I don't think so. Oh, it's an emote. Works on your stream chat. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't really see that. I don't really see the emote. I guess like some emotes show and some emotes don't. It's an emote extension. Oh, okay. Okay. If you look at OBS, you see the chat preview. I see. I see. So, I mean, Zach, what have you been doing since, you know, like you're just kind of like finished your presentation with your PhD thesis? Like, have you been doing math at all? Or you're just like, no, I'm just basically like relaxing and doing nothing. Working on my next projects. Nice, nice, nice. It's good to be productive. Yeah. Let's see. These. Cause now I gotta figure out what should I do next. Should I plant more stuff or should I actually like build things? I mean, we can build a farm, but I think we won't do that until we start making goods. Oh, there's a mine. We haven't done the mine yet. But then again, we haven't done this yet. We need to be able to make slate. Actually, I'm trying to look for a game that's like similar to this, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of them. I just need to find the right one that's for me. Foundry. And I think I have to better organize these things. Yeah, because this setup is like I'm going to have to probably reorganize everything so that way it looks much better. Actually, I think we can do that now. We'll just wait until this is done. We can definitely do this. Yeah, because I have to better organize this. Yeah, the thing about this game is that it's a lot of waiting. Because you have to wait for every single thing to be like replenished. So we'll remove this, remove this, then we'll remove this. The thing is that remove this. I think we have to, I just want to make a slight adjustment on it. Where's the road? There we go. So we'll put a road here. And then once that's constructed, we'll then put the old man's house back right here. This one has make it more organized. That's the reason why I don't. I think we're gonna put another road. So we'll put a road here. Delete this one. Oh. So now we can make another house. And I know that time is up on our end for that, so I'm just gonna do this real quick and then we're gonna get back to what we were doing. Copper one back. Then we'll put our silvers back. That way it looks nicer. Okay, I think that will be it for Townstar. Otherwise, we're going to be too obsessively getting into it. Okay, let that go. Okay, back into what we were working on. So, study timer. There we go. You enjoy your break times the way you want it, guys. Everyone enjoys breaks in their own unique ways. Okay. Now, for all my friends that have done proofwriting before, especially with modular arithmetic, am I like on the right track, or am I not thinking of the proof correctly? Because the thing that we're trying to prove is this part right here. It's like this main part here. Because we already draw the assumptions. I only wrote these two things. Now, I don't know if they're going to help me or not, but I felt as if I should write them there. Like, you know, I guess that's my own scratch work. Because I don't want to look at the book and basically like, oh, that's how you write it. But if I have to look at a portion of it, I might have to. Because usually with proofs, whenever I look at them, I always see the example, and I'm like, okay, I might have to reflect on like how they proved it in this example. But then, like, I know further down the line, like when you actually learn like harder proofs, you're gonna have to like find a way to like use what you know and then like manipulate it. That's why I get nervous about doing proofs on stream, is because it's not as like, I guess, fluent as like, say, if I was doing computational math. Because with computational math, you basically look at the techniques they employ, and then you basically like repeat it, and then like if there's like a little trick inside the problem that involves you thinking back to like the basics, then that's usually like what is involved. But like with proof writing, it takes me a long while because I have to think about how to organize the proof, what makes logical sense, and does that actually prove the proof, like the overall goal. How'd they do it in the book? Unless they don't tell you. Luckily, the author just applies like... Okay, so we have to assume... Because the way they started out is this. Explanation of what those mean. So we got the beginning part and the ending part. Let's see. So according to this, they said then M ending part, they wrote it like this. So maybe those are going to be the hints that help us. Basically saying M is a divisor with A minus B, and M is a divisor to C minus D. Does that mean is that it? Just writing those two lines? Or is it just more involved than that? Yep, it's more involved than that. I figured it wasn't going to be that easy. So according to them, according to this, so the next part of this is that A, B, Okay. So yeah, I'm just basically like writing things down and like looking at the, because like the way I like this book is like they kind of like go through it like partial to partial, like partial part of the solution to partial part of the solution, so you can actually like kind of like check or see like where is it that you have to go with. So I'm kind of seeing how they're like setting up the proof for these type of problems right now. Okay, I think that's the way they structured it. So I think we can try proving the other stuff, because I think that's what you needed to do. So you have to use like m as sort of like knowing it's a divisor to these other two. So I think we can try to prove the other stuff. So this is proof for I. We can move down here. Number 2, proof. Assume A is B and C is D mod M. Okay. Therefore, we'll write the last part. I think it was supposed to be A minus C is equal to B minus D mod M. minute, I was kind of like prejudging my logic there for a second, but I think that's how you do that process. So I think now we have to do the one with products. So actually, I forgot one more thing. The little box. It's supposed to be just multiplied by each other, but we'll have to wait and see. Because Way to group them. Maybe that's what we need to do. Writing this the right way is because with the last two you had to use subtraction and addition, but for this one we have to use multiplication. And I think like what we need to do is prove that like A times C, but is it going to be the same, I guess, like lineup as what we had before, or is it going to be a bit different? gets a little bit tricky. I think we have to arrange it somehow. So this part. I'm like wondering, what am I missing in this last part here? Because I think the way you're supposed to structure it is supposed to be like, it's supposed to end up like this. With like A times C. To end up like that. One thing is, how do we arrange it so it is constructed like that? Like this one little section that I'm like, what is it that I'm missing here? Let's erase this for now. Asking myself, does this make logical sense with the proof? Because I mean, we have this piece. Is that I'm trying to make sense of this logic here, because I feel like we have everything we need. It's just that this part, I'm trying to make sense on the connection between this and this, like if that is the correct way to ask the question. Think, like in chat, if you guys have any opinions. Because I feel like I did the proof right. It's just that the logic between these two parts I'm still lost at. I don't know if I'm missing a step, or is there something I'm not thinking about that we need to add. Has to show that a times c is equal to, well, not equal to, but in the same category in here as m here. So that way we have a times c and b times d, but they're not separated. They're actually connected by like an addition symbol. like we're getting I think I'm having a little bit of a breakthrough in my head right now, because I'm thinking that basically because we have this and this, usually when we think of the m here in this case, it's usually a difference between the two. So I think that's it, because we have these two multiplied together and these two, but it's the product of both of them together and the addition of that minus then the product of these two put together. That seems like it can work. The way it's set up, like originally, when you think of just numbers, then you're basically given a minus sign in each case, and there's a minus sign in here. Because I think for the first one, yeah, the first one we also got a minus sign here. Yeah, and we also got a minus sign here, so I think this is the basic structure. So I think that's it. It's just that the connection between the two was a bit muffled for me, so I think that's about it. Yeah, that seems to make sense to me. Hopefully my logic is not flawed. Alright, so I guess that is the logic of all that. Yeah, this one I had to really look hard at, because I was like, there's something here that I'm not understanding, and I basically had to like look at it very, very carefully. I feel like the logic is right based on, I mean, the structure, the way it looks. Because it's a product of like all the stuff that we're putting together. It's just that I had to really, really look at it to actually see if its structure was correct and reflected like what we were looking for in the proofs. But hopefully that is correct. And if I make a mistake and you're watching this on YouTube, put it in the comments down below. Or if you're here with me in Twitch, you can put it in the chat. So, yeah, because the author basically left it as an exercise for us to prove I2 and I3. So then, like, he moves on to like more about the modular arithmetic. So I guess with modular arithmetic, you have to. It's more like using M to basically give us the same, I guess, the same setup as the way M is set up, like as a divisor of the two. Okay, guys, I think that will do it for today. I'll probably read more on modular arithmetic like later tonight. In addition, tomorrow. I'm not sure I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'll keep you guys updated on that, because a friend of mine is coming out from he lives out of state, and he's coming actually to my home state, so I might be like hanging out with him tomorrow. So you know, like just a warning in advance. I'll keep you guys updated on that. If I do cancel stream, I'll post it on the Discord server. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, all the links will be in the description down below. But if you're in Twitch, the Discord server, the Math Spellbook Library Discord server is in the chat. And if you want to follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel and Twitch, you're more than free to do so. I always post my VODs there in case you had to like leave during mid-stream, or you missed the beginning parts of the stream, you know, just to catch up. And also, I will be streaming on my video game channel, my Uncle Talks channel. That will also be in the description down below if you're watching this on YouTube. Let's take a look and see if there's anyone to grade today. Oh, we can raid Fizzbuzz. He's streaming today. So let's commence a raid. So you guys can copy and paste that if you like. And then I will commence the raid into Fizzbuzz channel. Alright, that's set up. Thank you for joining me today, guys. And always remember, everyone is precious. You guys are just as precious as everyone else. And I will see you guys on Fizzbuzz channel. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.